All right. We will now call the business session of September 2nd, 2025 to order at 6:08 PM, and all council members are present here tonight. Great. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will now move to the consent agenda. The consent agenda includes resolutions E1 through E19. E5 and E6 have been pulled from the agenda, and resolution E15 will be voted on separately due to Councilmember Borderoud. He's filed an affidavit of substantial interest. So for all but those three, 1 through 19, except for 15, 5, and 6, is there a motion on the consent agenda?
Move for approval.
We have a motion by Barefield and a second by Borderoud. Any discussion? City Secretary Hicks, would you please poll the council?
Lozano?
Yes.
Borderoud?
Yes.
Barefield?
Yes.
Ewing?
Yes.
Chase?
Yes.
Holmes?
Aye, that motion passes. We're going to be going a little slower and deliberately because as you can see, we're live on passing and you'll be able to see what we're doing as we go. So maybe where we've quickly run through this before, after much deliberation personally and looking at the deals, we are going to be a little bit slower showing you live action here. The next item to consider is public hearing F1. And who do we have coming up to right now? We have Director Price.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and City Council. This is a public hearing to receive comments on the amended Home American Rescue Plan Act Allocation Plan prior to submission to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The City of Waco Citizen Participation Plan requires that the city conduct a public hearing to receive comments on the amended Home American Rescue Plan Allocation Plan prior to submission to HUD. The proposed amendment would provide spending of these federal funding from HUD's Home Art Program as follows. Accept an increase in the amount of $3,817 awarded by HUD for this program. Provide funding up to $1 million for the acquisition and development of non-congregate shelters. Provide funding up to $1,180,000 to assist qualifying populations with the development of affordable rental housing, and provide funding up to $363,684 to assist with the administration of these funds and projects. The amended plan was made available for the public's review from August 14th of 2025 through August 29th of 2025. Hard copies were made available for the public's viewing in the City Secretary's office, the Housing Office, and the public libraries. The notice for this public hearing was published in the Waco Tribune-Herald, posted on the city's website, posted at the city's libraries, and on the city's bulletin boards. There is a resolution on the agenda tonight for your consideration.
Thank you, Director Price. Are there any questions for staff on this item? I'll now open a public hearing for comments. Is there anyone present who'd like to speak regarding this item? Seeing no one, we'll close the public hearing. Is there a motion?
I move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Ewing, second by Mayor Pro Tem Barefield. Any discussion on this one? City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano?
Yes.
Borderoud?
Yes.
Barefield?
Yes.
Ewing?
Yes.
Chase?
Yes.
Holmes?
Aye, that motion passes. The next item to consider is public hearing F2. Director Booth, are you coming up for this one?
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is a public hearing to receive comments on a resolution to adopt and approve the City of Waco operating budget and capital improvements program for fiscal year 2025-2026. In accordance with Texas statutes and the City of Waco Charter, the FY26 budget was developed to address council's strategic goals. Total FY26 operating revenues are budgeted at $652,449,670, and total FY26 operating expenses are budgeted at $649,799,728. The FY26 capital improvement program budget is $134,151,820. The budget features a proposed tax rate of 0.755 cents per $100 valuation, which is the same tax rate as FY25. The tax rate is higher than the no new revenue tax rate, but lower than the voter approval tax rate. A public hearing and vote on the proposed tax rate will take place immediately after this agenda item. A second reading and vote will be held at a special city council meeting on Tuesday, September 9th, 2025 at 6 p.m. The tax vote will be open to the public at the Bosque Theater of the Waco Convention Center, 100 Washington Avenue, Waco, Texas. A limited number of council members may appear via video conference. After today's public hearing on the budget, the council will consider action to approve the operating budget and capital improvements program for fiscal year 2025-2026, including fee schedules, glossary of terms and acronyms, and the certified tax rate worksheet. This action would also include authorizing the city manager to expend funds included in the operating budget without further council action for those items. These items are listed in detail in the resolution, but include employee salaries and benefits, regulatory permit fees required by and amounts collected for remission to the state of Texas, utility services for city facilities and operations, expenditures for existing contracts, and expenditures for ongoing supplies such as vaccine and solid waste cards. When the budget requires raising more revenue from property taxes than in the previous year, Texas law requires a separate record vote to ratify the property tax increase reflected in the operating budget and CIP plan. Since the budget does raise more revenue from property taxes than last fiscal year, a second vote is required for this ratification. The City Council will now conduct a public hearing on the proposed City of Waco operating budget and capital improvements program CIP plan for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Thank you, Director Booth. Council, do you have any questions for Director Booth on this one? There is not any. Thanks for that presentation again. Great. I will now open a public hearing for comments. Is anyone present who would like to speak on this item? Seeing no one, we'll close that public hearing. Councilmember Borderoud has filed an affidavit of substantial interest regarding a portion of the budget. Therefore, we're going to discuss the following line items separately. This object 623100, the Junior Police Academy at Baylor. Object 655850, the Baylor Club membership. And object 489107, Waco Transit Baylor route contract. There's a consistency there about Baylor. That's kind of your conflict. Okay, do I hear we have a special motion on this one. Is there a motion?
Yes, Mayor, I move to approve the portions of the fiscal year 2025-2026 operating budget to provide funding for Junior Police Academy, Baylor Club membership, and Waco Transit Baylor route contract.
Second.
We have a motion by Ewing and a second by Mayor Pro Tem Barefield. Any discussion? There being no further discussion, City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano,
Yes.
Barefield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. I will now entertain a motion for the remainder of the budget.
Mayor, I move to approve the remainder of the fiscal year 2025-2026 operating budget and capital improvement program, including fee schedules, glossary of terms and acronyms, and certified tax rate worksheet, and to authorize the city manager to expend budgeted funds as outlined in the budget resolution, including to remit fees and taxes collected for the state to the state.
Thank you for that motion. Councilmember Border, do I hear a second one? Second.
Second.
Have a second from Ewing. Any discussion on this? There being none, City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano,
Yes.
Borderoud,
Yes.
Barefield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. And now we go to the third motion on this public hearing, F2, and I'm going to turn it back over to you, Director Booth.
So this is a public hearing to receive comments on the proposed tax rate of 0.755 cents per $100 valuation for the City of Waco fiscal year 2025-2026, which includes 0.5845 cents per $100 valuation to fund maintenance and operation expenditures, and 0.1705 cents per $100 valuation to pay for debt service.
Oh, have you gone on to number 3? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I skipped ahead to number 3. I apologize, Mayor.
There was a third motion we need, a third motion we need on the same one that we just talked about on number 2. So does he need to read the whole?
He doesn't have to read
Okay. I thought you had to reread the whole thing, but you don't need to. We'll just go straight to the motion. And I'm sorry. We'll
No
come
worries.
back to
Thank you,
on,
Mayor. Yeah, sure.
Public hearing F3. So let's hear a motion on to ratify the property tax increase.
Mayor, I move to ratify the property tax increase reflected in the operating budget and capital improvements program for the City of Waco fiscal year 2025-2026.
Motion by Bordereau. Do I hear a second?
Will second.
I have a second by Lozano. Is there any discussion on this third motion here? No further discussion. City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano,
Yes.
Borderoud,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. That wasn't confusing, was it? Okay. All right, now we're going to go to public hearing F3, as you can see by the big board there. Director Booth, will you please proceed?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This is a public hearing to receive comments on the proposed tax rate of 0.55 cents per $100 valuation for the City of Waco fiscal year 2025-2026, which includes 0.5845 cents per 100 valuation to fund maintenance and operation expenditures, and 0.1705 cents per $100 valuation to pay debt service.
Are there any questions for staff on this item? I now open a public hearing for comments. We do have one card, and would love for you to come up. RJ Pace? Pace. RJ Pace, Mr. Pace. Coming up, you'll have, please state your name and address when you get to the podium. You'll have 3 minutes to address council.
Yes, sir. Good evening. I'm RJ Pace. I live at 3200 Sherco Road. I've written down what I like to say because, as my wife lovingly reminds me, I ramble and I love tangents. So I'm here tonight to speak about the proposed budget, but specifically the proposed tax rate. And before I provide my constructive criticism, I know we all like to hear something positive said about us. So let me first say thank you for not raising the tax rate, because I've seen via local news outlets a handful of entities throughout the county, including the county, proposing tax increases. So for maintaining the tax rate. That said, here are some thoughts of mine I would like to share. We can and should do better. I find it a little funny, not haha funny, but ironic funny, that in the last few budgets, the city brags about having the lowest tax rate in X amount of years. I think we're now on to 17. That's like if I went into Whataburger and ordered a large and was proud of saying no when they asked me to what a size. In my case, it would be better to order a medium or small, or even better, just eat at home. But that's another discussion for another time. For the city's case, we are still being proud over ordering a large when we can do better. So one personal thing about me real quick. I intend on running for the soon-to-be open seat for District 3. One quick tangent. I told you I love him. I commend Mr. Borderoud for his service and respect him for wanting to step down to spend more time with family and personal commitments. That's mad respect there. But back to what I'm saying. I plan on running and wanting to share, I want to share with the city council and staff present. I want to achieve just one goal out of 3 options. Now here's a huge disclaimer. I am not naive. I know that it would take more than just one council member to make one of these goals happen. It would take a collaborative effort between city staff and a majority of city council to vote in approval of it. However, I feel like a majority of residents would agree, and I would feel it'd be wise for city council members to strongly consider these. Since I'm limited on time, I won't go in full detail, but I will expand more in the future. Goal 1, work towards not exceeding the no new revenue tax rate. While we've been acting proud of maintaining the current rate, we should work towards bringing the tax rate down to where we never exceed the no new revenue rate. You don't want that? Fine. Goal number 2, raise the homestead exemption. Currently, we're at 15%, which was what it was raised to back in 2022. Why not raise it to the max 20%? Goal 3, and this one is my favorite. Why not both? We don't exceed the no new revenue rate and raise the homestead exemption. And I'll leave you with this. I get it. Y'all got big plans for the downtown area. Many people in this room who work for the city would probably be a little nervous about their potential jobs and livelihood. It would not be an easy accomplishment. And thank y'all and have a blessed night.
Thank you, Mr. Pace. Appreciate the comments. Is there anyone else present who'd like to speak regarding this item? Seeing no speakers, we'll close the public hearing and I will entertain a motion.
Yes, Mayor, I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of 0.755000, consisting of 0.584500 to fund maintenance and operation expenditures, and 0.170500 to pay debt service per $100 valuation, which is effectively a 1.96% increase in the tax rate.
We have a motion from Councilmember Boardroom. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second from Councilmember Chase. Any discussion on the tax rate tonight? We've been talking about this for quite a while here, the last few months. There being no further discussion, City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano,
Yes.
Borderoud,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. The next item of business, the second ordinance reading and vote on the proposed tax rate is scheduled for a special called city council meeting on Tuesday, September 9th at 2025 at 6 o'clock here at the Bosque Theater in the City of Waco Convention Center, located at 100 Washington Avenue, Waco, Texas. So we'll do another reading next Tuesday. The next item to consider is public hearing F4, and Hannah Anderson, I believe you're the Assistant Destination Development Officer. You'll make a little presentation.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is a public hearing to consider an ordinance of the City of Waco, Texas, approving and adopting the updated service plan for the Waco Tourism Public Improvement District, or Waco TPID, for the fiscal year 2025-2026, levying special assessments on properties in the Waco TPID to pay the costs of services provided in accordance with the updated service plan, setting charges and liens against property in the Waco TPID and against the owners thereof, providing for the collection of the special assessments, providing for a savings clause, providing for collection of the, providing for an effective date, and finding and determining that the meeting at which this ordinance is passed is open to the public as required by law. This is the first reading. The Board for the Waco Tourism Public Improvement District met on June 18th, 2025, and voted to recommend to the City Council an updated service and assessment plan for the Waco TPID, including an assessment roll for fiscal year 2025-26. The Waco TPID Board based its budget on the following revenues and expenditures. Waco TPID assessment collection of $1,741,726. The proposed expenditures of the Waco TPID's budget are as follows: marketing, 45%, $783,776. Sales, 40%, $696,690. Tourism research, 8%, $139,338. Administration, 7%, $121,921. That is a total budget, again, of $1,741,726. The assessment plan for the fiscal year 25-26 remains similar to last year. The Waco T-Pit is made of hotel properties in the city limits of Waco with 75 or more hotel rooms. Those properties pay a 2% assessment on their occupied rooms for the purpose of generating funds to market and promote Waco as a convention and tourism destination. The total budgeted costs of the expenditures are in the amount of $1,741,726, all of which will be funded by assessments collected on taxable hotel night revenues.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson. Are there any questions for staff on this item? Seeing none, I will now open a public hearing for comments. Is anyone present who would like to speak on this item? Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing and entertain a motion.
Move for approval.
We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Bearfield. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second from Councilmember Ewing. We have it up there. Are we going at the correct speed? Any discussion on this one? Any discussion on this
Learning in
T-Pit,
real
the
time.
tourism public, the pit, the T-Pit?
Michelle, are you entering those in as we make them? Is that how that works, or is it like AI?
No, Mandy's meant.
Mandy's doing, okay.
We need a little assistance.
Behind the
with
scenes
this
on the
thing.
back row. Okay, no further discussion. City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano,
Yes.
Borderoud,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase.
Yes.
Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. Next item to consider on the agenda is Section G, individual consideration. And the first item to consider is Mayor Pro Tem Bearfield. Here's where Resolution E15 lands. Okay, I was worried about that one too. Okay, Resolution E15, do we need to read that, or can we just say it's part of the resolution?
For a motion, yes, sir.
I'll entertain a motion, and this is the one where Councilmember Borderoud has filed an affidavit of substantial interest. Do I hear a motion?
Mayor, I move for approval.
We have a motion from Councilmember Ewing
Second?
and a second from Councilmember Chase. Any discussion? City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. The next item to consider is ordinance G1, and City Attorney Kristen Hamilton Karam, will you please proceed with the ordinance?
Yes, Mayor. An ordinance amending Chapter 4 Alcohol of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Waco, Texas, to remove the license requirement or permit requirement. This ordinance comes to council on first reading.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion by Borderoud
Second.
and a second by Ewing. Any discussion? Please poll the council.
Lozano,
Yes.
Borderoud,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase, Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. Next item to consider is ordinance G2, City Attorney Hamilton Karam.
An ordinance of the City of Council of the City of Waco, Texas, approving a negotiated settlement between Atmos Cities Steering Committee, ACSC, and Atmos Energy Corp., Mid-Texas Division regarding the company's 2025 rate review mechanism filing, declaring existing rates to be unreasonable, adopting tariffs that reflect rate adjustments consistent with the negotiated settlement, finding the rates to be set by the attached settlement tariffs to be just and reasonable and in the public interest, approving an attachment, establishing a benchmark for petitions and retiree medical benefits, requiring the company to reimburse ACSC's reasonable rate-making expenses, and requiring delivery of this ordinance to the company and the ACSC's legal counsel. This ordinance comes to council on first reading.
Is there a motion on first reading?
So moved for approval.
Motion by Borderoud. Do I hear a second?
I'll second that, Mayor.
We have a second by Councilmember Ewing. Any discussion on this one? This is one where we saved, what, about $40 million by contesting the Atmos the fees. So well done on our city attorney's office and making sure we were arguing that correctly. City Secretary Hicks, please poll the council.
Lozano,
Yes.
Borderoud,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase. Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. Next item to consider is ordinance G3, City Attorney Hamilton.
An ordinance amending Section 24-127 of Article 6, Financial Matters of the Chapter 24, Taxation and Finance of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Waco, Texas, to increase the city manager's authority to make purchases not exceeding $100,000 and to increase to $50,000 the expenditures that are reported quarterly to City Council. This ordinance was approved by a 5-0 vote on first reading on August 19th, 2025.
Do I hear a motion on second reading?
Move for approval on second reading, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Ewing and a second by Mayor Pro Tem Bearfield. Any discussion? City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano,
Yes.
Borderoud,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase, Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. The next item to consider is ordinance G4, City Attorney Hamilton Carroll.
An ordinance of the City of Waco, Texas, providing that the Code of Ordinances be amended by revising Section 28-247 in Chapter 28 zoning of the code, providing that the zoning map shall be changed so that certain property on approximately 1.11 acres described as lots 6 through 8, Block 1, Beacon Hill Edition, known as 1805 Monte Vista Street, and 4504 Bagby Avenue, be changed from R1B district classification to become and be designated into R03 district classification and providing for penalties. This ordinance was passed and approved by a 5-0 vote on first reading on August 19th, 2025.
I'll entertain a motion on this second reading.
Move to approve.
Motion by Chase
I'll second.
and second by Lozano. Any discussion? City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano,
Yes.
Borderoud,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. Next item to consider is ordinance G5, City Attorney Hamilton Carroll.
An ordinance of the City of Waco, Texas, providing that the Code of Ordinances be amended by revising Section 28-247 in Chapter 28 zoning of the code, providing that the zoning map shall be changed so that a certain property of approximately 1.313 acres described as Lot 3, Block 1, Lene Ranch Edition, known as 4305 Flat Rock Road, be rezoned from open space to urban residential and from R1B district classification to R2 district classification and providing for penalties. This ordinance was approved by council of 5-0 vote on first reading on August 19th, 2025.
Do I hear a motion on second reading?
Move to approve.
Motion by Chase,
Second.
second by Mayor Pro Tem Bearfield. Any discussion? City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano,
Yes.
Borderoud,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase, Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. Next item to consider is ordinance G6, City Attorney Hamilton.
An ordinance of the City of Waco, Texas, providing that the Code of Ordinances be amended by revising Section 28-247 in Chapter 28 zoning of the code, providing that the zoning map shall be changed so that certain property on approximately 0.0186 acres described as Lot 1, Block 1, Woolett Riley Addition, known as 1414 Spate Avenue, shall be changed from C2 district classification and become and be designated into an R2 district classification and providing for penalties. This ordinance was approved by a 5-0 council vote on first reading on August 19th, 2025.
Do I hear a motion on second reading?
Motion to approve second reading.
I have a motion from Lozano.
Borderoud, second.
We have a second from Councilmember Borderoud. Any discussion on this one, guys? There being no discussion, City Secretary Hicks, will you please poll the council?
Lozano, Borderoud,
Yes.
Bearfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. The next item to consider is ordinance G7.
An ordinance of the City of Waco, Texas, providing that the Code of Ordinances be amended by revising Section 28-247 in Chapter 28 zoning of the code, providing that the zoning map shall be changed so that certain property on approximately 0.578 acres described as Lot 1B, Block F, Coleridge Addition, known as 1210 Lake Air Drive, be rezoned from C3 district classification and become and be designated into O3 district classification and providing for penalties. This ordinance was approved by a 5-0 council vote on first reading on August 19th, 2025.
Thank you, City Attorney Hamilton Karam. So is there a motion on this second reading?
Move for approval on second reading, Mayor.
Motion by Councilmember Ewing
Second.
and a second by George Chase. as you can see right up there. Any discussion on this one? There being none, City Secretary Hicks, please poll the council.
Lozano,
Yes.
Waterroot,
Yes.
Fairfield,
Yes.
Ewing,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmes.
Aye, that motion passes. The next item to consider tonight is the hearing of visitors. There's nothing else left. We got everything out of the way. We're down to the end here. All right. It is quite impressive.
Good job.
Yeah, good job, Mandy, in the back. I know you're under pressure there to get it live, and great work, City Secretary Hicks. Okay, we'll now move to the hearing of visitors. During the hearing of visitors section of the agenda, we provide an opportunity for the public to present concerns or address issues that are not matters for consideration listed on the agenda. The council is unable to conduct a discussion, but will listen and will ask staff to look into concerns and provide follow-up. Please provide registration information so that staff can contact you if necessary. If you have handouts, please let us know at the beginning of your presentation, and we'll have staff distribute those to the council. If you're unable to approach the podium due to physical limitations, a microphone is available to be brought to you. And we do have some cards here tonight, several cards, 4 of them here. So when called to the podium, please state your name and address for the record. Each speaker must limit comments to 3 minutes. If you're speaking on behalf of a group of 10 or more individuals present, please have those persons stand at the beginning of your comments, and you'll be given 10 minutes to address the council. Please note that if you stand in support of a person getting 10 minutes to speak, you are forfeiting your right to speak on that item. For any person addressing the council through use of a translator, the speaking time will be doubled to accommodate the translation services. While public discourse is very important to this council, we have to maintain order in the meeting so that all persons may be heard and city business may be conducted. If so directed by me, the Sergeant at Arms shall remove from the council meeting any person who, while addressing the city council or while attending the city council meeting, makes personal, impertinent, or slanderous remarks, becomes boisterous, or makes unauthorized remarks from the audience, clap your hands, stomping your feet, whistling, yelling, or similar demonstrations. We've got, again, 4 cards here tonight, and we'll open it up. And our first card will be Rebecca Eubank. Ms. Eubank, are you here tonight? There you are. As you approach the podium, please state your name and address when you get up here, and then you'll have 3 minutes to address the council.
I do have a handout.
Oh, great. Can we get, Councilmember Bordereau will help with the handout.
Okay, my name is Rebecca Eubank, and I live in China Spring. I do not live in the city, but I live on Talbot Ranch Road. And I am here today because I am running for McLennan County District Clerk, and I wanted to come and introduce myself to all of you. So Mayor Holmes, Mayor Pro Tem, thank you very much for having me today. A little bit about me is want to start off. I am the proud daughter of a United States Air Force veteran, my mother. I'm a proud daughter of a Waco PD law enforcement veteran. My father was Waco PD many years ago. My stepmother was also Waco PD. She retired from Waco PD, and my husband is a law enforcement veteran. I myself am a United States veteran. I'm a law enforcement veteran. I became a mom and decided that law enforcement wasn't something for me to continue. So here we are. I spent my career in public service. At 17 years old, I did join the Air Force with parental consent from both parents. After a brief stint in Dover, Delaware, I decided it was time to come back to Texas, and I have since been a resident of McLennan County, and before that, I was a resident of McLennan County. A little about the District Clerk's Office, which I'm sure you know. They service the members of the community by completing the jury duty summons, which is what everyone loves to get. They also file all of the records for the district clerks, which I'm sure, or district courts, which I'm sure you all know. I have a background in public service. I also have a background in law enforcement, which the district courts are all criminal courts, civil courts, they all come from that. I do believe that I am the best candidate for this position, and I am prepared to streamline the move as there is a new courthouse. Thanks to the development of the city of Waco, along with the county commissioners and their development of the city of Waco, we are expanding, and I'm very excited for the new courthouse, which should fingers crossed, come in 2027, which would be the swearing-in time. I have worked for the county since 2016, and I am prepared to take on the role to help process everyone over, and I just ask for your support in that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Eubank. Appreciate your comments. Our next card is from Jason Jones. Mr. Jones, here you come. When you get to the podium there, please state your name and address for the record, and you will have 3 minutes to address council.
How you doing? My name is Jason Jones. I'm here primarily for the police chief. Is she not here tonight? Is the police chief here tonight?
The police chief? No.
Mr. Jones, the council is not able to respond to you, but the police
Okay.
chief is not here.
Okay, all right, I appreciate it. Good evening, City Council. My name is Jason Jones. I'm here today as a disabled resident of Waco, Texas, who is seeking help and accountability. On August 25th, I reported in person to the police department that my Social Security funds are being stolen and that I have been a victim of identity theft and stalking. I provided the following evidence: bank statements, screenshots, fake accounting numbers, accounts opened and linked to my account that I am not responsible for. Despite the gravity of the issues, I have not received any follow-up or protection. I'm asking for help because my safety, dignity, and financial survival depends on it. I'm requesting assignment of a case officer or investigator to coordinate with federal agencies if needed, including SSA and FTC, assurance that my disability status is being considered and how this case is handled. I'm here because the traditional routes have failed and expect action. If you're a mandatory reporter and you're here in this room, please report my Social Security money is being stolen from my payee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Our next card is from Rhiannon Yard. Rhiannon? Here you are. Ms. Yard, as you approach the podium, please state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to address council.
Good evening. My name is Rhiannon Yard. I own Hemp Gaia and represent Water Tree in Bosqueville in the Waco, China Spring area. I want to speak tonight about urgent traffic safety concerns in our growing community. Recently, we lost a member of our community in a fatal car accident on China Spring Road. Unfortunately, accidents like this are becoming more common as traffic through China Spring continues to increase. One of the most dangerous spots is the intersection of Rock Creek and 19th before it turns into China Spring. Every morning, traffic backs up there very badly, especially now with the new Dollar General. And drivers are forced to navigate a blind bend that makes turning extremely hazardous. On top of that, school buses regularly make that turn from Rock Creek onto 19th, carrying children during peak traffic times, which only raises the risk. This isn't just a China Spring issue. The Bosqueville schools and surrounding community are also growing rapidly. Adding even more vehicles to this corridor without action, this danger will only multiply. We need to slow down traffic through China Spring and prioritize safety. Specifically, I urge the council to consider a traffic signal at Rock Creek and 19th, along with other traffic calming measures. I will be working with other businesses and residents in an online petition to demonstrate widespread support. This is about preventing further tragedy and ensuring our roads are safe for families, students, and neighbors as our community grows. Thank you for your time and making this a priority in upcoming budget and safety discussions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Yard.
Do you have
Appreciate your
any
comments.
questions about that area?
Thank you.
No? Okay.
Our next card is from Austin Hall. Mr. Hall, as you approach the podium, please state your name and address for the record when you get here, and you'll have 3 minutes to address council.
Mayor and council, thank you for the floor. My name is Austin Hall. I live at 319 North 2nd Street West, Mount Calm, 76673. As I've told you people before, I care about Waco. These issues I've spoken on and continue to speak on are personal to me. Family stories and daily life shape this passion. Neighbors who are unhoused, those who are part of the LGBTQIA community, those who are disabled, or a part of any minority group are a part of my life. Silence hurt these people I love, and I stand to represent. Our city already invests in services and partnerships. We see it, appreciate it, and understand that this progress matters, but many of our residents still lack the knowledge and contact. Many people have no lived experience with these neighbors. Distance breeds myths, and today my ask is simple. Help educate the public month after month. neighborhood by neighborhood. Here's my idea for a practical plan. First, launch a quarterly Waco neighborhood series, short, plain sessions at libraries, rec centers, and churches. Topics could include homelessness 101, disability 101, LGBTQIA 101, and minority health 101. Local providers present and residents can ask questions leading to positive communication, learning, and understanding. And of course, childcare and translation services will be included at all meetings. Second, build an online hub, a page for facts, services, volunteer shifts, and events. Add a hotline and a text-in option for updates through city social channels and neighborhood leaders. Third, host 2 citywide days each year, one on homelessness with myth versus facts, tours of services, and volunteer training. One on inclusion and accessibility with hands-on demos and ADA basics for businesses and landlords. Fourth, measure results, track attendance, signups, and attitude shifts with 1-minute surveys. Share results at work sessions and on the dashboard. Education is not optional at this point. It is the foundation of support. And if we want a stronger Waco, we need to teach our residents who their neighbors are and why they matter. I am committed to this work beyond today. I will reach out to council members and local organizations to move this forward. I ask you to stand with me. Let's make Waco a city that values every resident. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. Appreciate it. Is there anyone else tonight who'd like to speak during this open hearing of visitors? No one? Okay. Seeing no one, we'll close the hearing of visitors and we go to the council comments. Are there any announcements council would like to make on community interest?
Mayor, big shout out to our libraries. I know we're doing a new, council just got a little courtesy library card. We've got September being library card month, so we'd urge you to go down if you don't have one already, or if you just want the new cool checkout slip designed library card. There is a really cool new design to go get your library card at any one of our 4 library branches this month. And a big shout out to our comm staff, both here with the city and with the library system. Made some fun PSAs this last week about this.
I'll just tag on to that as an encouragement to go get your library card this month. If you live in the city of Waco and you do not have your library card yet, there are myriad things that it allows for you to do. We have a small child at home, so it makes it really easy to go and kill a few hours after work and have her run around and pull out more books than we could ever check out, but she enjoys it. I enjoy the Canopy movie streaming service that comes along with your membership for free. So a ton of great movies on there, and a ton of also if you do have children, there's a lot of really awesome educational content for kids on there that's also free. So we have really enjoyed our library card and access to the libraries, and it's fun to kind of take our daughter to different libraries and have her see how she experiences them all differently. So would certainly encourage that with it being Library Card Sign-Up Month.
Yeah, along that library theme, I think we wrapped up the summer reading challenge, and I think I heard it was 80% higher than last year, so very successful program. It was a mayor's challenge, yeah. But no, it was great. Glad to see everybody using our library facilities and learning throughout the summer and getting a good head start as they go back to school here this month. Any other comments, guys? No? I do want to say, this morning I was at the McLennan County Courthouse, helping them celebrate their 175th anniversary of the county. And we had our 175 last year. The first year we were actually part of Milam County, for those historians out there. So I told Judge Felton that he was in my top 2 favorite counties to be a part of. So he was right there with Milam.
As a former Milam County employee, I think McLennan did pretty well by breaking away.
I think so. We did. All right, are there any council reports or requests for scheduling future agenda items? There being no further business in the business session, we're going to recess this regular session and convene into executive session as read into the record by the city secretary at 6:52 p.m.
Notice is hereby given that the city council will go into executive session in accordance with the following provisions Personnel, Texas Open Meetings Act, Section 551.074, City Manager Bradley Ford. We are now in executive session.
Get the time right here. Okay, you everybody ready? Let me see. We'll now reconvene into regular session at 7:56 PM, and there being no further business, the meeting is adjourned at 7:56 PM.